You guys have a media. It's a conference on the portrayal of African Americans in the media. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and
That's correct.
That's Thursday night at 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
at the Roosevelt Center.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, it's the Dayton Boys Prep Academy at Roosevelt Center.
Okay, so tell me, who's this for? What's it going to be covering, and why you think it's important?
Well, it's for the general public, and we think that we need to take a look at what our relationship is with media across the city, but specifically when it comes to the effects of the African American community and how the African American and Latino American males are portrayed, unfortunately, too often in the media, especially the news media. Generally portrayed as thugs or hoodlums or certainly as convicts. We forget that we're never portrayed as fathers and concerned citizens. Even those that are in law enforcement and other professions are very rarely ever profiled. We're simply shown in that one dim light. And we think that there's a correction that needs to be made. So we want to look at what we feel like the role of the media should be and how we change that image.
What specifically in Dayton do you think could change as far as coverage? I know there's. You're always get an argument between people who say, well, we don't, commit crimes that happen or, bad things. We just cover them. But what beyond that? I know that media people, say if you're covering the crime beat, you obviously have to cover something, the bad things. But beyond that, there's a whole other kaleidoscope of human life and activity that goes on besides.
Absolutely. Beyond that, there are an awful lot of good things that go on. But I know a major concern to us is also this. If an individual has ever been arrested for anything in their life and they do something good, the bad is always portrayed first. We don't let people forget. You can take a tragic situation of an individual doing the right thing in the wrong place at the wrong time, something terrible happening to that person, and we have to remind them, oh, this was a person who did time in jail once, which has nothing to do with the circumstances that they're reporting on. We never let people forget. I think number two, if you look at the media in the greater Dayton area, missing are African-American images, and especially male images. When you look at who our anchors are, you just don't see us anymore. We've been replaced. You don't see us getting those jobs offered to us anymore, and we think that we've got to call on media in this area to do a much better job.
And besides the thing tomorrow night, what are you guys going to be doing, and what do you recommend others to do to tackle this problem?
One of the things that we're going to be doing is circulating petitions throughout the community to request that our media begin to report on some of the positive things that are going on in the community. We don't think that the if it bleeds, it leads mentality of reporting news is the best way to report news. Let's talk about Dayton Public Schools and some of the good things that they're doing and students who have overcome the odds. In fact, in May, at our annual banquet, we're honoring some students who the system said would never graduate from college. Some of them have a juvenile arrest record, but they've gotten their lives together, and we're going to be honoring them and remembering them. And we would like to see the media do a better job of looking at these people who have overcome tremendous odds and are now doing the right things.
So more things like spotlights on people's, number one, community events, but just spotlighting people as human beings instead of media images or media stereotypes.
Absolutely. We want to begin at some of the human beings who are doing the right things. If we have a drug bust in the community, it's very unfortunate, but that seems to get all of the press. We want to take a look at some of these, especially African-American males and some of our Latino brothers and sisters who are doing the right things. We have people that are cooperating with the police when it comes to homicides and when it comes to burglaries. They're pointing things out. They're working hard to fix what's broken in the community. And they don't get the press time. We know the press knows about them because we are one organization who makes sure that we're constantly sending positive stories to the media. But we can't get the kind of coverage for the good things that are going on as to when something negative happens to someone in our community.
Is there anything else you'd like to add or anything that I haven't asked about this situation?
Only for the work that we do at the Adam Project, we're going to Stop Mass Incarceration Initiative, and we're going to be doing town halls that are centered around these events with planned strategies. At the end of the summer, as we go into October, this year, October of 2014, has been designated nationally as Stop Mass Incarceration Month, and we're going to use that as an opportunity to unfold future plans, a 5-year plan that we're now working on putting together so that we can address the very issues we've been talking about. We have been talking about, we've done town halls now on the negative images of the African-American male in the community. We're now doing town halls like this one. We're going to follow it up on town halls that are dealing with mothers who have lost their loved ones through homicide on these streets, questionable means, such as Kylan English at the hands of the police, Dante Price killed by security guards. What can we do about these things? And so we're putting together a 5-year plan that will be in place, that will be released in October. And that gives us something to look forward to by way of strategies.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, I thank you so much for your time today.